High inside the Arctic Circle, the archipelago of Svalbard sits on the frontier of climate change. It's one of the fastest warming places on Earth. Yet, for most of its history, it's depended on coal for energy and jobs. This mine, Norway's last, will now close next year. And this Arctic community is shifting to a more climate-friendly future. Ditching coal was the first step, and this power plant switched fully to diesel last year.
When we run the diesel, it's almost half the CO2 emissions. That's including the exploration and production and the refinery and the transport up here.
It's still a fossil fuel, so why do that?
Diesel will be an interim period, just a step on the way towards more greener fuel.
They hope to tap future fuels like green ammonia or methanol.
This is a complete off-grid situation. The wind doesn't blow all the time. The sun is gone for half the year. So we need something in the background which can secure supply even in the darkest and coldest winter nights.
To help stabilise power, they've installed one of Europe's biggest batteries.
Here we have 4 battery packages. They are controlling the voltage and the frequency of the distribution network.
It also serves as a backup.
You can store energy at night and you can use it during the day. All the diesel generators are off. We can run the whole city with the batteries for quite some time.
Closer to the North Pole than the mainland, the remote town of Longyearbyen isn't connected to Norway's grid, making the move to cleaner energy much more challenging. But researchers are exploring ways to cut out diesel.
This far north, conditions can be extreme, and so scientists here are testing how solar performs high up in the Arctic.
Out here, it's not just the elements we have to prepare for, it's also the wildlife.
We are trying to study the potential of solar in the Arctic and document how much solar energy we can produce in order to perform an energy transition.
They're doing that with the help of this guy, who looks kind of familiar.
The name of this device is R2D2, and it's basically a multi-phase solar panel rig.
So I'm basically collecting the data. We heard the clicking here. I'm collecting the power production of each phase of R2D2 here.
For half of the year, Svalbard is plunged into darkness, so using solar may sound like a weird idea, but for the rest of the calendar, there's round-the-clock daylight.
One main aspect of solar energy in the Arctic is that we can only have it during spring and summertime. And a surprising fact was that we get a lot of solar energy in spring due to the snow reflection and the cold temperature.
In town, some businesses are already turning to solar, and that's helped this store save lots of energy running its power-hungry fridges and freezers.
We produce almost 23% of all the energy we use, so we save a lot of money, so we don't have to buy all the power. We get the most power from around April until August when the sun's up, and then it's up 24/7 almost.
This century-old station houses critical communications equipment. It's also a research site, testing off-grid energy. One of the world's northernmost solar parks is found here. Also a battery system and other technologies.
This is our energy transition pilot facility.
And it's all monitored remotely.
Here we can see, for instance, how much solar energy we have produced. And as you can see, they've just been operating a few hours throughout the day. So it's mostly solar energy that's been providing the station for the last 24 hours.
They plan to adopt a similar off-grid system in Longyearbyen, but on a bigger scale.
So now we are running on diesel. We are looking into what could come after that. Solar could be a very good thing for the summer part of the year, and then you would need something else for the rest of the year. It's about choosing a hybrid system combining different energy technologies.
And there lies the big challenge. Scientists are also exploring how well wind works in extreme cold. And here they're testing geothermal.
We have a thinner crust of the Earth here, so it's actually not that far down to get the warm temperatures in the ground. For us, heat is the energy we need the most. We use 3 times as much heat and electricity in the town.
For the many Arctic communities living off-grid, the work here might help them cut down on fossil fuels and move to a more climate-friendly future.